This, I Believe by Grace and Bryce. That's when I realized that I could have just lost my life at the young age of 9. So I was at the beach with my dad and a couple of my friends. These friends were really good at skateboarding. Them and my dad were the people who taught me how to skateboard. I had just learned how to tail flip on a skateboard, so I thought that I would try to flex on them and do a tail flip. Or at least that's what I thought I would do. I was just going to do the tail flip on normal pavement, but my friends had other plans. They wanted me to do a tail flip on a hill since I was being so cocky. I decided that I would accept their challenge, and the only thought in my mind was, why not? So my dad drove us to a decent-sized hill. By decent-sized, I mean about a 30-foot hill, 12 feet down and about 18 feet to get a hold of myself and not have me wipe out. So my dad says he will do it with me. My thought at the time was, yeah, I get to show off to my friends. This is where I wipe out. My dad set off, and I was at my window where I either pull it off or I don't. Guess what? I pulled it off amazingly, but I broke one of my bearings on the back wheel and started to speed up. And I had to make the decision of my life. I'd rather stay on board, get hit by a car, or jump onto concrete, or I had a third option, jump into a thorn bush. Me, being the reasonable person that I am, I chose to jump onto the hard concrete. I ended up losing half my skin on the left side of my body, other than dying to a car or having a very, very bad concussion. I don't think that I regret it because it made me look cool in front of my friends, and it wasn't so bad. Do you know why I know that? Because no one came back from the future to stop me. But I do know that life is not to be taken for granted. Me doing that stupid stunt just to impress my friends should not have happened. All I know is that you can die in the blink of an eye, so that's how I last. Don't do dangerous stuff because you're flirting with death. I could not stop thinking about the fact that if me and my dad switched places on the hill, I might have lost him, which is something I would not be able to bear with. I do not believe in peer pressure. No, I do believe in peer pressure because I would not have done this if it weren't for my friends, but that does not mean I'm blaming them. It's just that I would have went down that hill. I wouldn't have went down that hill if it weren't for them. Moral of the story for me is don't take life for granted. If you think something might be a bad idea, then you do you and don't attempt it. And for this, I believe.